Hi students, and welcome to another week in your online general psychology course. This week will be week 4, and by the end of the week, even though it's hard to imagine, we will already be a quarter way through the semester and through class. So you're doing a great job. Keep up the great work. I am filming this on Thursday. What's today's date? February 3rd. I always do these, as I've mentioned, at the end of the prior week, so they're ready to go for you at the beginning of the week we're working on. So I just mentioned that because it is icy outside, the roads are bad, it's cold. I don't know if it's going to get better or worse from here, but I just want you to know, hopefully by the time that we see this, we're through this ice storm and cold snap, but I hope that you're doing okay, you're warm, you're healthy, and safe. So with that being said, let's look at what we're doing for week 4. So last week I talked about that we would continue to remain in chapter 2 this week. So I call it the part 2 of chapter 2. So still talking about the scientific method. So far we've looked at the steps of the scientific method. We've looked at different research modalities, different research methods. We've looked at variables. We've looked at, or we're getting into the ethics piece of research. And so, just continuing on with those concepts, again, this chapter is an important foundation for your understanding of psychology, so that when I start teaching you about research that has been done, you understand what went into those experiments or case studies or correlation studies that gave us the information that we're working from. So you will have your chapter 2 quiz this week. You have 2 assignments in Connect, one on research ethics and another one that's a concept clip over correlation. So your assignments in Connect are the 2 right here, research ethics and correlation. And then, of course, you have your chapter 2 quiz, which is also in Connect. Now you have an additional assignment. I talked quite a bit about this assignment last week. It is also due this week. It is not in Connect. What you will do is very much like last time with your historical influences psychologists that you wrote about. You'll write this out and then upload it straight into Canvas. So again, I don't want to rehash too much because I know that I've already laid this assignment out for you. So you can go back and watch last week's video where I talk more in depth about it. But just as a quick review, let me click on it and open it up here. I've also included a video with further explanation about this assignment, and I go through an example with you, so you can certainly watch this before you do this assignment. As a reminder, this is measuring student learning outcome number 1, which is all about various research methods, and you're simply answering these 4 questions. So format, really, it doesn't matter to me. It's more about the content on this assignment and showing that you understand the concepts from this chapter about research. So, there's not a minimum or a maximum. Just do your best work in thoroughly answering these questions. I want to remind you this is hypothetical. You are not really doing the research. You're not really doing the experiment. You're simply writing it out for me of what you would do. So we all have to submit proposals before we actually run and get permissions to do research. So in a sense, that's what you would be doing here. You shouldn't, in most cases, have any APA citations. This really isn't requiring research to be done. This is really kind of coming from up here after reading the chapter and reviewing all the work for the past 2 weeks, really, because we've been in this chapter 2 weeks now. But should you, I'll never limit you to citing research. It's not required in this, but should you, just keep practicing on that APA format. But again, my guess is that 99% of you will not do any type of citation on this. Simply thinking about research and answering these questions. So that's it for this week. Again, 2 assignments, practicing with research ethics, and let me go back here, talk about it. Your, oops, sorry. Your research ethics and your correlation, those 2 Connect assignments, your chapter 2 quiz, and then of course the research design assignment that I just referred to. And we'll wrap up chapter 2, and the following week we will move on to chapter 3. So just want to point out, I don't know how many of you are Super Bowl fans, maybe you're fans of the commercials, maybe I'm excited about the halftime show because that 90s hip hop rap stuff is what I grew up with. So this is Super Bowl Sunday, February 13th, when all of this is due. So make sure that you plan accordingly and get your work in before you want to sit down and have your Super Bowl snacks and Super Bowl watching time. All right, have a good week, everybody.